Hello everyone, and welcome back to another riveting deep dive from the dedicated team at Soap News and Spoilers, your ultimate source for all things dramatic, heart-wrenching, and utterly addictive in the world of daytime television. We're the folks who live and breathe the twists and turns of your favorite soaps, dissecting every glance, every whisper, and every cliffhanger with the passion of true fans. Today, we're turning our spotlight on one of the most compelling storylines currently unfolding on CBS's hit series, Beyond the Gates. We're talking about Anita, the resilient matriarch whose life has been a whirlwind of family secrets, betrayals, and unbreakable bonds. But now, a shadow looms over her character own that has us all on the edge of our seats. Is Anita suffering from a terminal illness? Could it be something as devastating as cancer? And why, oh why, are we convinced that her health is hanging by a thread in this gripping narrative? Buckle up, dear readers, because we're about to embark on a thorough exploration of this speculation, piecing together clues from the show, analyzing character arcs, and pondering the dramatic possibilities that could redefine everything we know about Beyond the Gates. We'll discuss whether this heartbreaking story is poised to become a reality or if it's just another masterful red herring from the writers. Let's dive in, shall we? First things first, let's set the stage for those who might have missed the latest episodes or need a refresher on the emotional roller coaster that is Anita's life. Beyond the Gates has always been a soap opera that thrives on the intersection of wealth, power, and personal turmoil, set against the opulent backdrop of New Orleans elite society. Anita, portrayed with such raw intensity by the incomparable actress whose performance has earned her multiple daytime Emmy nods, is the glue that holds the fractured Dupree family together. She's the strong-willed widow who has weathered storms of infidelity, corporate intrigue, and the ghosts of her past. But lately, the show has been hinting at something far more personal and perilous, her potential health crisis that could shatter her world and ripple through every character connected to her. The catalyst for our current wave of speculation came crashing down in yesterday's episode, a masterclass in subtle foreshadowing that left viewers gasping and theorizing late into the night. Picture this. The scene opens with Anita stepping through the grand doors of her historic Creole mansion, her face etched with the weariness of a day filled with family dramas and unspoken tensions. The air is thick with the scent of magnolias from the garden outside, but inside, a different kind of warmth awaits. Vernon, her steadfast companion and perhaps the one person who truly sees through her tough exterior, has gone out of his way to create a moment of solace. The dining table is meticulously set, adorned with crisp linens, flickering candles that cast dancing shadows on the walls, and a spread of delectable dishes delivered straight from Dooky Chase, that iconic New Orleans restaurant known for its soul-soothing Creole cuisine. Fried chicken with a golden crust, gumbo simmering with layers of flavor from andouille sausage and okra, red beans and rice that evoke memories of Anita's childhood. These aren't just meals, they're symbols of comfort, nostalgia, and Vernon's quiet devotion. As Vernon excuses himself from the room, perhaps to give her space or to attend to some minor household task, the atmosphere shifts from tender to tense in an instant. Anita's phone buzzes insistently on the table, breaking the serene silence like a thunderclap. She glances at the screen, her expression hardening into one of guarded apprehension. It's her Dr. Kalinga detail that the show's sound design amplifies with a subtle, ominous ringtone that echoes through the empty room. Anita answers, her voice steady, at least with an undercurrent of fear that only the most attentive fans would catch. The conversation is brief, cryptic, and loaded with implication. The doctor informs her that more tests are needed. No specifics are given on air. Of course it would ruin the suspense bit the way Anita's hand trembles as she sets the phone down. The way her eyes dart around the room as if searching for an escape from her own thoughts speaks volumes. She sinks into a chair, staring at the untouched food. Her appetite vanished in the wake of this unsettling news. This moment, dear readers, is the clue that ignited our speculation firestorm. Why the sudden call from the doctor? Why the urgency for additional tests? In the world of soap operas, where every plot point is meticulously crafted to build tension. This isn't just a throwaway scene. It's a deliberate breadcrumb leading us down a path of worry and wonder. We've seen this trope before in classics like General Hospital or The Young and the Restless, where a character's health scare serves as a pivot for exploring themes of mortality, family unity, and redemption. But in Beyond the Gates, with its unique blend of Southern Gothic elements and modern-day intrigue, Anita's potential illness feels particularly poignant. Could it be that she's been hiding symptoms for weeks, perhaps even months? Maybe those subtle hints in earlier episodes, the occasional wince of pain she dismisses as just fatigue, the unexplained absences from family gatherings, the way she clutches her side during heated arguments, were all leading up to this revelation. Let's delve deeper into why we suspect Anita might be grappling with a serious, possibly terminal illness like cancer. Cancer, as we all know from real-life stories and dramatic portrayals alike, is a beast that strikes without warning, turning lives upside down in an instant. In soap opera lore, it's a storyline that allows for profound character development, the initial denial, the grueling treatments, the moments of vulnerability that strip away facades and reveal the human core beneath. For Anita, a woman who has always projected an image of unyielding strength, such a diagnosis would be earth-shattering. Imagine the dramatic irony here. She is the pillar of the Dupree Empire, facing an enemy she can't outmaneuver with wit or wealth. The doctor's call for more tests suggests that preliminary results were inconclusive or alarming enough to warrant further investigation. Perhaps it's a lump she discovered during a routine check, or unexplained weight loss that's been chalked up to stress from the ongoing feud with her estranged sister. Or maybe it's something more insidious, like pancreatic cancer, which often presents with vague symptoms until it's too late, adding a layer of tragic inevitability to the plot. We can't help but draw parallels to real-world health struggles that mirror Anita's situation. In New Orleans, a city rich with history and resilience, stories of illness often intertwine with themes of community support and cultural heritage. Dookie Chase itself, featured so prominently in the episode, was a real-life hub during the civil rights movement, symbolizing endurance and comfort in times of trial. By incorporating this restaurant into the scene, the writers might be subtly foreshadowing Anita's need for that same kind of communal strength as she battles whatever ails her. Vernon, with his thoughtful gesture, represents the first line of defensive loved one who senses something is amiss before it's voiced. His departure from the room right before the call adds a dramatic flourish. It's as if the universe is isolating Anita in her moment of truth, forcing her to confront the news alone, heightening the emotional stakes. Now, let's speculate wildly but thoughtfully in what this could mean for the broader narrative of Beyond the Gates. If Anita is indeed facing cancer, the ripple effects would be monumental. Her children, scattered and often at odds, might be forced to reunite, setting the stage for reconciliations laced with regret and revelations. Take her son, Marcus, the ambitious heir apparent whose ruthless business tactics have alienated the family. A mother's illness could be the catalyst for his redemption arc, where he learns that power means nothing without love. Then there's her daughter, Elena, the free-spirited artist who's been flirting with danger in her own subplot. Perhaps this news pulls her back into the fold, igniting conflicts over inheritance and care decisions. And Vernon, oh, the potential for heartbreak there is endless. Is he just a loyal friend? Or is there unspoken romance bubbling beneath the surface? A terminal diagnosis could accelerate the relationship, leading to tear-jerking confessions and vows exchanged in hospital rooms. But is this all too grim? Soap operas love to tie with our emotions, dangling the specter of death only to pull off a miraculous recovery or reveal a misdiagnosis. Maybe Anita's health problems are something less to a chronic condition like lupus, which could explain fatigue and pain without the immediate threat of mortality. Or perhaps it's tied to a larger mystery. Could the tests be related to a poisoning plot orchestrated by a rival? In Beyond the Gates, where corporate espionage and family vendettas run rampant, nothing is ever straightforward. Remember the episode 2 weeks ago when Anita confronted her ex-husband's shitty business partner. That heated exchange could have planted the seeds for foul play, making her symptoms a symptom of sabotage rather than natural illness. To add more fuel to the fire, let's consider fan reactions and theories that have been flooding our forums and social media channels since yesterday's episode aired. One avid viewer, at SoapSleuth87 on X, pointed out that Anita's wardrobe choices have shifted, supply looser clothing that might conceal physical changes, or a scarf around her neck that could hide surgical scars. Another fan, in a detailed Reddit thread, compared this storyline to the iconic cancer arc of Isabella Branner on The Young and the Restless, where the disease served as a vehicle for exploring forgiveness and legacy. If Anita has cancer, the post reads, it could be the show's way of addressing real issues like healthcare disparities in the Black community, given the Dupree family's cultural roots. Indeed, Beyond the Gates has never shied away from social commentary, weaving in elements of race, class, and resilience that make its dramas feel grounded and relevant. Expanding on that, let's imagine how this plot could unfold over the coming weeks. Suppose the next episode picks up with Anita confiding in Vernon about the call. The camera lingers on their faces, the tension building as she whispers, "It's bad, Vernon. Really bad." He pulls her into an embrace, the first overt sign of deeper affection. While outside, a storm brews over the bayou, mirroring the turmoil within. Cut to the doctor's office. Anita undergoes scans, the cold machinery humming ominously as flashbacks intercut memories of her wedding day, her children's births, the day she lost her husband. The results come back positive for cancer, stage uncertain, and suddenly, the show explodes into a frenzy of activity. Family members are summoned, secrets spill out, perhaps a long-lost child or hidden affair, and alliances shift. The writers could milk this for months. Chemotherapy sessions where Anita's vulnerability shines through, support group meetings that introduce new characters, and even a crossover event with another soap for added drama. But why cancer specifically? It's a disease that evokes universal fear and empathy, allowing the audience to project their own experiences onto the character. In dramatic terms, it provides endless opportunities for high-stakes scenes, the bold head reveal after hair loss, the bedside vigils, the triumphant remission party. Yet, it's also a chance for empowerment. Anita could become a beacon of hope, advocating for early detection or funding research, tying into real-world initiatives like the American Cancer Society's efforts. The show's setting in New Orleans adds a cultural layer. Think Mardi Gras fundraisers or voodoo-inspired healing rituals blended with modern medicine, creating a unique fusion of tradition and tragedy. Of course, we must acknowledge the counter-arguments. Not every doctor's call signals doom. It could be a benign cyst, a false positive, or even pregnancy, though unlikely for Anita's age. The writers might be building suspense only to subvert expectations, revealing that the tests are for something unrelated, like a genetic marker tied to a family curse plotline. Vernon's romantic dinner could be a misdirection, lulling us into complacency before a bigger twist hits. Still, the dramatic build-up feels too deliberate to dismiss. Soap operas thrive on emotional investment, and nothing hooks viewers like the threat of losing a beloved character. As we wrap up this extensive analysis show, we could talk about Beyond the Gates for hours more. Let's circle back to our initial question. Is Anita suffering from a terminal illness, possibly cancer? The evidence from yesterday's episode points strongly in that direction, with the doctor's call serving as a pivotal clue. Whether it's true or not remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. This storyline has the potential to be one of the most memorable in the show's history, blending heart-pounding drama with heartfelt moments. What do you think, fellow soap enthusiasts? Do you believe Anita has cancer? Or is there another explanation lurking in the shadows? Share your theories in the comments below, on our social media pages, or join our live discussion forum tonight at 8 p.m. EST. We're all in this together, unraveling the gates one episode at a time. Until next time, stay tuned, stay dramatic, and remember, in the world of soaps, no secret stays buried forever.